Yeah. Except we would do naked brutality. That's fairly easy peasy. Let's play Randy Strive to Survive. Yeah? That's my go-to, Randy Strive to Survive. Lion Roar, hello! I hope you're enjoying your lurk. I hope you're enjoying the lurk. And thank you all so much for all the support today. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Yeah, oh yeah, this is how you turn them off, yes. But I need to add them back. Actions, we could just turn mechanoids off altogether. Oh, the seed is zucchini. Nim nim nim. Zucchini. No. It's gonna be birthday. Exclamation point. I'm so tired. Maybe I should actually take some tape and just keep my eyes open like this. Can't even blink. I wonder if a mod could be made to limit which mechs show up. I was wondering the exact same thing, actually. Yeah, my eyes would look like that, Andy, like, just... Hey, my chat has worked for like 2 minutes. This is exciting. I am playing with additional biomes rather than the normal biomes, so there's a whole bunch of exciting places that we can go, like an alpine meadow. And we have map preview too, so we can see what we're working with. You're working on a research mod that lets you really fine-tune how advanced the planet was, but you gave up on it because you suck at coding. Yeah, maybe ChatGPT can help. I've been asking ChatGPT for help. Extreme desert. That sounds bad and not like fun. If we're gonna do an entire... What is this? A tropical rainforest with... like... Oh, it's a cave system! It's actually showing me the cave system. Like this bit right here. That's a cave, and so I guess these are caves too. Well, that's really nice, so that way you don't have to click around and to find not caves and stuff. Thank you all so much for the hype train. Hype train. The hype train. I was supposed to... Oh yeah, I made a hype train camera. So, you guys, what level did we hit earlier? 8? 9? On to the next train. You know there's a cooldown, right?
Alright,
I'm
on to the
checking it
next
out.
hype train now, Jez, actually.
Level 10. Level 10. So, I actually like set this camera up to do this. Like, this is what my camera should have been for a level 10 hype train. There you go. Alistair, thank you for the 100 bits. See, this is how you tape your eyes open. I'm watching you. 28 minutes? No, I think it would be 58 minutes because we just had a train. Yeah, these are massive caves. This is an impassable place. Although I beg to differ. I think you can pass through the caves. No hour-long cooldowns. I share a birthday with 3 people in your close family. Today, Mars, is only my birthday. No, there's a lot of birthdays like in the first week of June. A lot of birthdays. It's kind of fun. I have known over the course of my life so many people with birthdays between June 1st, well, let's say like May 20th, and my birthday, June 9th. Just so many people. Like, I find it very interesting. Like, what happened 9 months ago? that makes these like 2 weeks such a common time for birthdays. Your birthday soon? Are you a Gemini as well? Yeah, your birthday's June 3rd. Hi, Ilmrin. I hope you enjoy the gift sub. You also know a lot of people with birthdays around yours? I mean, there are a lot of people and only 365 potential days for a birthday. It makes sense. But still, it's fun. I really like the Alpine Meadow. Boop. It's like flowery and stuff. Temperate Forest. Cloud Forest. It's year-round growing. Super mountainous. I don't think I want to do like a crazy mountainous tile. Growing period, half of the year. Year-round in the Cloud Forest. But I think maybe doing... That does not check out. This is supposed to be 4.5 movement difficulty. I don't think that this mod is correct. I don't think so. You left the stream running when you went to lunch, and FG brought you back here. This is twice you've been got. Well, welcome. You're the only person at your company to share a birthday with anyone else. You have to share. Oh yeah, I can name like, I think 10 might be an exaggeration, but I don't think so. Like birthdays just between like June 1st and my birthday. Of people I've known and know. It's so many people. Everyone shares a birthday with FG. Okay, like I would believe this being mountainous. Sometimes I don't think this mod tells you correctly. Look, see, 4.5 movement difficulty, heavily mountained, but no, I would give this like a 2. I want to try Cloud Forest. Blue granite, green marble, and marble. Year-round growing, but I don't want to do... Whoa. That's wild. Look at that. It's because there's a landform. I'm not only using a mod that gives you additional biomes, it also gives you landforms, so this is a rift. This one has a lake in it. That's cool. A lake in the center of my huge whole map colony. That's a dwarf home if ever you saw one. Yeah, right? Large hills. Yeah. Those are small hills, to say the least. I don't think this mod is always correct. I like to think of it as more of a suggestion than what the map actually looks like. Let's check this cloud forest. There is a whole range of impassable mountains, like right there, though, which would be very annoying to try to traverse. How about over here? Who's friendly? Purple and yellow. Purple and yellow. There's no purple or yellow anywhere near that. There's purple over here and yellow. Half of the year is a growing period. That should be okay. Kiwi, your birthday's in January. You've always wanted a summer birthday. But then you moved to the southern hemisphere. Oh, perfect! So now you've got your summer birthday in winter. And hi, Days Cocoon. The hill size also determines the hill's roof. Yeah, but that was like half the map was mountain, and it was saying it was just large hills. Like it's just a suggestion. Suggestion. No caves. Green marble. Blue granite. I don't know, chat. I'm being really indecisive. This is why we're gonna spend a whole stream just getting started. The whole stream. I like the look of it up here. This was nice, but there is an impassable mountain range through here. There are yellow friendlies right there. No purple though. Well, that's not true. There's purple right there. And there's a road. So, like, if we went over here? That's a lot of mountain. Don't want caves. Ooh. Alpine meadow. Pink marble and marble. The only rocks in this tile are marble. Only marble? It does have caves, but very few. Only marble. Just like you playing rimworld. I mean, this is most of the fun. If we got heavy bridges, take the lake and build a lake town. I don't remember where that was. Do you remember where? That was really cool. This is nice. Pink marble and limestone. This wasn't it. Good to know about this one. Not that one. Maybe that was it, but I feel like the lake was more in the center. Yeah, Lake Town would be super cool. I guess that was it, yeah. Which one was it? This one? Lake Town? That's a marvelous tile. This one does have granite and marble, my two favorite rocks. Unfortunately, no fancy marble though. The lake was in the cloud forest. Hi, Duck Holiday. Was it? You're right, and it was more in the center. The problem is it's too close to yellow. Right? Yeah. It's too close. We can try this one over here. Granite and marble, although I really want one that has like the fancy marble, like the pink marble and regular marble. That's pretty cool. It would be a very pretty colony. So, Kenna, I'm using a mod that introduces new landforms and also new biomes. So there's biome transitions, which I think I have. I hope I have it, but then also like it. Yeah, biome transitions and also geological landforms, which is how we end up with a lake town. In this case. I mean, this one can work. It's granite and marble. We have a 40 out of 60 day growing period. The neighboring biome's temperate forest. And more alpine meadow. It has rich soil and lots of flowers. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Okay, wait. Before you all start entering names, I'm clearing the name list because I think it's still set for like Darkest Dungeon. So now enter the raffle. Okay, whoops. I'm trying to move the map. Above snakes, doesn't let you use the middle mouse button to move the map, and so I got used to using the like left mouse. But RimWorld is middle mouse button. Kenna? Would that be the 4th? Okay, I picked a map. I did it. Alpine Meadow. What kind of ideology should we have? I definitely want to have an ideology. Our map is not heavily mountained. It did say... Oh no. It does say, okay, that it is movement difficulty of 4.5 because it's mountainous, plus 3. And Alpine Meadow is also a 1.5, but it's really not that mountainous. So maybe just the Alpine Meadow is inflating it a little bit? That's probably what. Okay, so I don't... It's probably what that is. I don't think that we need to be mole people. But maybe we could do... Is there a way that we could have an ideology for, like, building? Having buildings? Canada the 7th. Flex ideology, starting with being charitable. Darkest Dungeon was a great run. I'm not over Darkest Dungeon. I want to keep playing. Techno-utopians. The human body must be enhanced with technology so we can build a better future. Define building. The word build is in there. So we kind of just came up with this goal to build a colony over the entire map, like corner to corner, edge to edge, just a whole map-wide colony. And so that's cool. I have a lot of ideas for how we can make that work and also be really aesthetic, but I would kind of want it to have an ideology that worked with that. And so a few things could work, right? Techno-utopians I could see. Ooh, I should probably get the mod that lets you move the anima tree. I'll see if I can add it in later. Because design of items is based on origin and culture. I'm not addicted to Darkest Dungeon. I'm not. I haven't played it since the last time I played it. A flex ideology, starting with being charitable. A unity family. That could be interesting. Human Supremacy has crafting options, but you don't know if they have a constructor role. Yeah, a constructor role would be really cool. How come there's no ideology about, like, building cool stuff? I just realized. For a game about, you know, building a colony, why is there no pre-built ideology for, you know, building a massive city? So we can do a fluid ideology. Choose a symbol. This one kind of looks like a building. They're, you know, they're columns with a roof on top of it, not people under a triangle. A super constructor is OP as heck. We've got another ad break coming up soon, TM. Or it might be happening now. You can do that with any ideology. Choose one meme. A collectivist. What does work drive being tripled mean? Does that mean everybody works a lot? Because that would be good. No. I have never played a supremacist ideology, and I still have no interest in it because I don't want to endorse slavery. Adam did a colony where they didn't have any buildings at all. I see. I see. It's a leader skill. How do you have a rimworld colony without buildings? Human primacy, production specialist. Humans are the moral center of the universe. Bonding is disapproved. Production specialist. What is a production specialist? Slaughtering animals, bad. Killing animals, bad. Mining is prohibited and horrible and disapproved? Okay, no, we're not gonna do that. I feel like collectivist is probably the best one. Hyperspeed crafter. Yeah. You just didn't build any walls, but wouldn't like all your stuff just rot away? That would really frustrate me. So I'm picking collectivist. I've kind of poked through all of these, and the reason why I'm going with collectivist is because I think it's going to be the most conducive. Either that or transhumanist. I did install a bunch of mods regarding bionics and stuff, so transhumanist would work with that. The bottom list prevents precepts, so you couldn't put those things on. Which things in particular, Zion? Yeah, transhumanist would be better added later. We did do a transhumanist run already, I think, and it was pretty hard at first. Hi, Shark Jumping Walrus. Hope you're well. Hello, hello. Okay, sure. Let's go with collectivist. Low impact. That'll be helpful, especially because we're going naked brutality, right? A custom ideologian. I don't have any names planned. Oh no. Making an ideology takes forever. Cult of Unity. Not a cult. Not a cult of unity. What does it mean? I don't know. Adjectives? Not a cult. Definitely not a cult. We'd have to go back to the run on YouTube. They can use shelves to prevent... Oh, yeah, shelves. That's right. Interesting. That's really interesting. Not a cult, no. So, unitary for a cult of unity. I just want to say, like, no unitary, but that's actually just nounitary. Reminding yourself that shelves are good now. Yeah. Nounitary, yeah. Unitist. Unitist. I was trying to think what all these letters would be. Not a cult of unity. NACO Unitist. I don't know that. That just sounds Like we're going to war? Not cult. Yeah, I'm going to war. Are we going to war? We're going to war with nature, I think. Are we though? I have plans. Not cult. There's a name here, and I'm too tired to think of it. What if we were like no coons? No coon. Because it's the first two letters of not, cult of unity. If it's not a cult, why not call them cultists? Because we're not a cult. Non-trivial cult. Oh yeah, cultant. I like that. The adjective would be... I always get this wrong. Not a cult in name only. People. Cult-int. I like this. Cult isn't. They're cult isn't. That's really hard to read. Cult? Okay, chat, check my English. Is that what the adjective would be? Cult isn't. Isn't. Yeah, isn't. My brain does not accept this. Cult isn't ist. Ritual room. So it would be cult isn't, right? With lowercase, and then cult isn't ist. What? Ritual room. Not a temple. You know, people are gonna come in and be like, what? The supreme leader is the cult isn't ist. What color should we be? Lately I've been really liking green. Let's go with green. If I hadn't already spent 2 hours doing this, I might write a narrative. But I've already spent... We've been here for 2 hours. We need to... The least cult isn't ist of them all. My lights turned off. Hello, lights. I'm in the room. Do it? No. I'm too tired. I like having two different deities. That's pretty cool. The spirit of creation and the creator of... family. Can we have the creator of... What was the first one? The spirit of creation? Lights! Lights! Here! Turn on. They're not working. Narius and Lilith. So who's been playing a lot of D4? I have. I turn my lights back on. Where's the thing that does that? What class am I? I'm a necromancer. Ooh. Creator of spirit. We have the creator of creation. No, spirit of creation. The creator of spirit. Perfect. There. Anarius, the creator of spirit. The spirit of creation. Lilith. I think Lilith only has one L. Lilith. Yeah, I think that's the right letters. You're a necro slash rogue. I only have one. One character, one tune right now. One of these days you won't scan barcodes into the wrong screen. That day is clearly not today. I was wondering if you were just like talking to us in code. What act are we in? We're halfway through Act 2. So we finished one of the Act 2 quest lines, and we are starting another. We were gonna do it last night, but all I'll say is when I drink whiskey, I get really feisty. Like in particular, whiskey, all right, makes me a little feisty. And so Celentri and I were playing, and he was like, "All right, let's go to this marker." So I said, "Okay, I'll put my marker down on your marker. That way I can just follow the little line to where I want to go." So, but his game took him a different way. Like his GPS went to the left, and my GPS went to the right. And he was like, "You're going the wrong way." I'm laughing because this is just really silly. You're going the wrong way. And I'm like, "No, you're going the wrong way. I'm just going the way that like Diablo maps told me to go. It's obviously the right way." And he's like, "No, you're going the wrong way. Like, come to where I'm at." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm going to your pin, which is where you're at, so I'm coming to you anyway." He's like, "No, but you're going the wrong way." And the whole thing just turned into me being like, "I am rage quitting this game." I just rage quit over a disagreement about which way to go.
Oh no!
Classic Jess. That's why we didn't finish Act 2 yesterday. Goodness gracious. I'm changing all the precepts, aren't I? I changed them all. Yeah, you get two different suggestions depending on what side of the road you're on. That's what the conclusion we came to later on, but... You're gone for less than 10 minutes and it sounds like stuff is on fire. I was just talking about how I did not complete Act 2 in Diablo yesterday because I rage quit the game over a disagreement about which way was the correct way to go to a marker. And I started that whole thing with... I tend not to drink whiskey, and like scotch is a type of whiskey because it makes me like very grumpy. Like feisty and argumentative. Very argumentative and stubborn and hard-headed and oh goodness. Afterwards, Celentri was just like, "It's the whiskey." Wander around a dungeon, minding your own business, suddenly the butcher. And was this D1 Utopian? You want to hop on the D4 bandwagon, but you don't know if it's your thing or not. I would say, like, do you like dungeon crawling and stuff? Because it's like one gigantic dungeon crawl. Is kind of how my brain classifies it. And of course there actually are dungeons and things, but like with the main story and stuff, like it's a pretty interesting story actually. I went through and like read/watched about the lore of Diablo from like Diablo 1 all the way through like the start for 4, and Blizzard released a number of videos with even more lore alongside the release of Diablo 4. And so the story's pretty interesting, but it's really... It reminds me a lot of ESO, actually. Like a lot a lot of ESO, and I know it's not an MMO, but it kind of plays like one because like, there's towns and stuff and other people. There's other people in your world, like you can party up with, you know, people. People you know IRL or not, and it feels like ESO. Like there are world events that you can partake in, like big boss fights and stuff. There's PvP, lots of dungeons, like 151 dungeons or something. And I absolutely love the transmog system, like the way that you can change how your armor looks and stuff. Love it. I'm so into it. I'm like, ooh, a new transmog that I can get? Perfect. Hi, Guru. Thank you so much. And hi, Imes. Hello to you both. How are you doing? You had a long day at work. You need to wake up early tomorrow and do the socialist yard work thing for the whole day. Yuck. I think that you should skip that because it's my birthday. G4 is like an MMO world with an ARPG story. Yeah, it's really cool. Thanks, Imes. This is a good item, but the transmog, though, deletes item. Hi, Rokers. Thank you so much. Hello to you. I'm totally paying attention to this. I'm like thinking about Diablo now. I hear noises on the side of my house. Should I be concerned? I don't know. Is there something that I can pick that is like, yeah, build stuff? About charity's important. Biosculpting? Trees are desired. These words are teeny tiny. Back here. So, trees. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, trees desired. These I can't pick because we don't have the right meme, but are any of them about building? Ranching? Rough living welcomed. Not really? Diablo calls. Oh, yeah, no, I'm really into it. Celestia was surprised. She was like, wait, you're gonna play RimWorld today for your birthday and not Diablo? Like, yes. Yes, I am. I kind of want to finish the story before I stream Diablo if I was gonna stream Diablo. I mean, like, the entirety of Twitch is streaming Diablo, but... yeah, I don't see anything about building. There's mining and all this other stuff, but how come there's nothing for building? I just have noticed that. You desire cheese. Maybe you should make a pizza. Make a pizza! Yes, do! Child labor can either be disapproved or encouraged. What about, like, neutral? Hi there, Jerry Mondo. Hello, hello. Today is definitely a pizza day. It's Pizza Friday. It's also my birthday on Friday. I think the reason why I finally broke down and told the world that it's my birthday today is because my birthday's on a Friday and I've been waiting for like 7 years for my birthday to be on a Friday. And now it finally is. And I have no friends to share it with. So I was like, I gotta share this with somebody. Should we change anything else? I'm looking through it. I changed the ones that it originally had. From slavery being encouraged to horrible. Child labor being encouraged to disapproved. Diversity of thought. I really like appreciated in diversity of thought because it makes it so much easier to have colonists from like all kinds of backgrounds. Why isn't it so important that's on a Friday? Because this is the day that you could go out and party. You know, like Back when people did that kind of thing. And back when I, like, had friends and stuff. I've wanted a weekend birthday for years, and it's finally here. I guess we could also increase the speed of research. Where'd that go? Yeah, here. We could make it fast. That way we're, like, this playthrough just goes a little bit quicker. I can go out and party. What am I doing instead? Streaming. I partied last night. Which was a terrible idea. And by party, I mean had a couple glasses of scotch and played Diablo. And ended up not sleeping half the night because I drank alcohol and, streaming mildly hungover. Hi, Ren! Hello, thank you very much! Once you get to a certain age, parties are much less fun. Yeah. Well, I also don't really... I can't even remember the last time I drank. Well, I mean, besides yesterday. LAN parties are still a blast, that's true. Partied on a Thursday. When I was in college, Alistair, that was called Thirsty Thursday. And that's when all the parties happened, on Thursday night. Okay, I don't know that I'm gonna change anything else. I'm looking around at this stuff and things, and I'm mostly just talking to chat. You were never the kind of person to actually go clubbing. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Like, I have been clubbing and stuff. It's yeah, just loud. Too loud. Wasted. Okay, I haven't heard of Wasted Wednesday. Yeah, Vandalier, I know, me too. I think it'd be super fun to see a show. Like, I've recently been thinking about looking into, like, local theater around here to see if, like, I could actually go to the theater. Like, am I old? Maybe. What did we say that we were gonna call the leader? I didn't think it would take me this long to get to this point. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. The supreme leader is the cultist. I'm just gonna copy this and try to paste it because it's really... Okay. Cult isn't... No, that's not right either. Cult isn't... Cult isn't... Ist... Est. It's not letting me copy pasta. There we go. Definitely made more than a few poor choices on a Thirsty Thursday. There is also Bad Word Friday. Taco Tuesday is the one true day. What? No, Pizza Friday. You beat a world boss. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, so this is going to be a name that can go either way. Feels really dark in here for some reason. I feel like we should give everyone a beret. An authority cap. That seems cool. Yeah, authority caps. I haven't beaten a world boss, but we did beat a Legion boss or whatever yesterday. That was cool. Cape. Authority caps and capes. What should we call our moral leader? We're calling our leader the cult. Cult isn't ist est. So if this is the moral leader, what should we call them? Do any of the classes in D4 use spears and pole arms? I don't know. My necromancer uses like two-handed swords and scythes. or one-handed weapons. Barbarians do? Well, there you go. Barbarians. Barbarian. Rightfulest. What? I don't even know what we're doing right now. This is just like birthday shenanigans of tiredness and hangover. Is this foreshadowing? We have Lilith's Jubilee, and if we were going to go with the same thing, this would be Inarius's funeral. Like, are we foreshadowing? I don't know the name, the ending to D4. No spoilers, but add a ritual. I really like the Sky Lantern Festival. Everyone dies. Yeah, we probably want a funeral ritual. End of D4, everyone dies. That wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, sure. But what are we gonna call these? A funeral? Like, everyone. No spoilers! Let's see. Isn't a funeral. Isn't a Sky Lantern Festival. Starting condition anytime. I forgot the N. Sky Lantern. Let's do nearby faction goodwill, Sky Lantern Festival, and the social festival. Random recruit, that's fun. Not a social festival, not a social festival. On the 15th of September. Sure. Remember the 15th of September. Now we've got buildings. Cult isn't statue. Done. A SoCal festival. Southern California. Not an emblem. A kneel pillow. I can't change the name for this one. It is what it is. I kind of want to do a pew. I've never done a pew before. Pew pew! Just like our relics. Our relics are pretty pew pew. A Dark Nexus EMP launcher. Cool. Rimworld is so good. Rimworld. End form. Rifle of Life. Well, that's a contradictory statement. Wouldn't a secret Skyline Festival be a spy balloon festival? It's not a secret, though. You appreciate that I have a bot that says ads are gonna come? Yeah. I also have it tag me so I see it. Otherwise, the message tends to get lost in chat. So that way I can be like, hey, by the way, there's gonna be a short ad break. How do I change? Oh, can't add more than. But I just want to change the relic itself, not just its name. I mean, I'm fine with this, I guess. Lazarus rifle. Hi, Gazebo. Yeah, I'm playing Rimworld. Birthday Rimworld. We can change it in dev mode. It's fine. The first two are kind of cool. I'm iffy about a sniper rifle, but it's also okay. We can delete it too. Like we can just remove it and then add a relic, like this. Rumbo horn, charge lance, plasma sword, unified remnant, ton finger. Oh, Starbringer, that's cool. Starbringer, the bringer of stars. Thank you, Gazebo. Yeah, it's my birthday. Birthday. Venerated animals. Rumbo. Cat. I also like to do dogs, but the problem is dogs have way too many different varieties. Like there's a husky that you can do. It's behind my head again. Why is everything always behind my head? A husky, a Labrador Retriever. Whoopsies. Labrador Retriever. There's a Yorkie, and I think there's one more somewhere. I mean, if we're being very specific, right? Like foxes are dogs. You know, like dog cousins. Red fox, fennec fox, timber wolf. There's too many varieties of dog. Meanwhile, cat is just cat. Although if you think about it that way, there's also cougars. And panthers. And, isn't there another one? We're just gonna do, like, house cats, though. Huskies are great, though. They can haul and fight. And so can labs. How about just a husky? A thrumbo, a husky, and a cat. Walk into a bar. You always have a pack of huskies in your colony. They're really cute. Hi, Damage Carbine. Thank you. You're so busy you can't even lurk. No. I hope that you get some time off this weekend. Happy Friday. Okay, I think I did it. 2.5 hours in, we made the ideology. Which is why we're not writing a narrative, okay? I'm pretty sure I said if it wasn't already 2 hours, I would have written a narrative. But see, it took me 30 minutes just to get through this. 34 bits to make it special, at least. Why, thank you, Damage Carbine, for the 34 bits. Don't forget the horses. You want venerated horses, too? Okay. Don't know why there's no alert? Like, there was just no alert for the bits. It's supposed to go off for like, any bits, but it's just silence. Here, I got it. Doopa-doopa-doopa-doo! Thanks for the 34 bits. Alright. Next. And then we gotta just pick our colonists. And then once we're done with this, I would like to go back to bed. Naked brutality. I feel like we probably are going to want to prepare carefully. Oh, and there's also a xenotype editor. Have a good one, Damage Carbine. Thank you so much for stopping in. Okay, so prepare carefully lets you get really, really, really specific with your colonists. So there are 3 backstories that give you bonuses to medical and cooking, and I'm just trying to think like what's going to be really good for one person. Oh, small town kid, look at this. We get, oh, but bad mining, bad construction, but +3 to a bunch of other stuff. That's cool. Small town kid. Miss B grew up in an isolated rimworld village surrounded by optic cows and countryside. Her parents taught her a wide range of useful domestic skills, but a peaceful and secure childhood left her with little understanding of the harder parts of life. Which is why naked brutality, question mark? So we get +3 to cooking, plants, animals, and medical. A reduction to construction and mining. That's fun. And so we can also do adulthood here. Construction would be good, so I wonder if we can pick something to cancel it out. Construction and social. Colonial governor. Disillusioned by rampant government corruption, Mipsy ran for governor and won. However, the local gangs and their pet officials soon forced her out of power. She left the community to return to her life as a marshal, or a naked pawn in naked brutality. An executive officer for a large space trading corporation. After a failed attempt at manipulating her way up the corporate ladder, she was framed for bad words of another executive and her family. She was found guilty. However, because of her family's influence, she was exiled and instead put to death. Instead of being put to death, Midworld sailor joined the country's Royal Navy. After years as a non-commissioned officer, she eventually cracked and used the skills she had acquired to start a mutiny on her ship. In the end, she was the leader of a large group of trained dangerous pirates. She henceforth always had chefs to cook for him. Yeah, I'm picking that one. No, cooking disabled? We can't do that. We have to be able to cook. I do like the idea of a midworld sailor, though. She's a zombie colonist. These all have things disabled. Oh, theater technician. She spent countless hours behind the scenes of a famous theater. She built scenery, programmed lights, and monitored the machines that moved the sets. Off duty, she would talk with cast members. Navigating the social drama of the actors helped her learn how to communicate well and manipulate others. Warship captain. That gives a lot of bonuses, but look, plants and animals are negative. Yeah, I'm gonna go with theater technician. Small town kid turned theater technician. She actually just started off with Night Owl and a great memory. I want her to not be nonviolent, though. I don't know how I change that. Incapable of violence. Hunting, disabled. Fishing, disabled. Is that why we're incapable of violence? Yes. Okay, I didn't read about that. What did I initially pick? I said cooking and plants? A soul survivor. Colonist. Firefighting disabled. Yeah, we don't want that either. Okay, how about just plants? A K-rolled tender. Cow farmer. Mispy grew up on a rimworld under the tyranny of her father, who forced her to work every day on the farm. She dreamed of escaping her father and exploring the universe. Oh, perfect. There we go. Not incapable of anything. So points spent 1850. The starting colonists and resources that were randomly generated were worth 1,765 points. You're gonna give D4 a try? Oh, good luck, Anubis. I hope that you like it. You used to be a theater technician? That was your first job? Did you give up on it and become a solo adventurer on the rimworld? She has some weird passions. I'm gonna take a passion out of shooting, put it in plants. A double passion for animals, sure. Medical and intellect. Dum 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 dum. Be sure to drop your BattleNet details in gaming chat if you want to join the clan. Yes. Yes, we have a clan. We have a D4 clan. Also make sure that you turn off your BattleNet details in general because it does default to sharing your name and stuff, your info. So like make sure you go into your settings, your account settings, and tweak that stuff.
My vassal!
Whoa!
More my vassal!
That spooked
my
me.
Vassal. Everybody's my vassal! Everybody's my vassal!
TX! Vassalizing some chat members. Thank you so much, TX, for the 10 gift subs to Novafire and Zoski and Roffleet and Baird Sampson, SP4, Techie, Rokujan, Arachnid Soul,
Whoa!
Roberto Red, and
God,
Lady
what is
Orca. Thank you so much, TX. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the birthday love. Hi, Roberto. I hope you enjoyed the subscription. Okay. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit, but that's prepare carefully for you, okay? Because if we're doing naked brutality, that's fine. But I at least want a fair chance of survival. Like, so we're probably not going to kill ourselves with food. We can grow our own food and take care of animals. We can craft, we can do medicine, and we can research. That's fine. That's perfect. Question is, do we want a special xenotype? Or do you just want to be a baseliner? Baseliners are cool. Hi, Coxican! Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you. And thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Happy Friday! You had a moment of panic there, but you remembered you use your anonymous Gmail. It's not just your Gmail though, it will share your name and everything. Like you have to, if you go into your BattleNet settings, like make sure that you turn off Real ID. That's what it's called Real ID. It's a nice Friday. It is a nice Friday. It is. Oh, here we go. This is how you change it. What is a high mate? Design companions and concubines. I don't know. I feel like a cow farmer turned theater technician would probably just be a baseliner. Why not? Why would they do that by default? Yes, it's very head shakeable. I know. Just make sure you turn it off. There's a couple other privacy things in the settings that you should check on. I would like to add a condition to bring this closer to the initial count. Points spent is... Whoa! Somebody rang the doorbell, and I bet you it's our monitors. Monitors arriving! Monitors! I'll go say bork. They actually didn't bark. I thought they would.
Hooray!
Birthday monitors! Now they're barking. Birthday monitors. Birthday monitors. Malnutrition. There we go. Moderate. Whoa, look how many points that dropped it. She's a barking. I got like 400 points that I could spend. I could... Actually, reducing her age does not make an impact. I kind of thought it would. So malnutrition is a nice way to, you know, start a colonist off with fewer points. Because it's really easy to handle, but it's considered very impactful. On naked brutality, this might be kind of difficult, but I think it's fair because now I can like crank up the points a little bit. That went up by 200. No, it didn't. It went up by 15. Was it the monitors? Monitors. Monitors. Here, I'll even end with fewer points than I started. I would like to change your hair, though. I probably can't set my monitor up during the stream, sadly. Monitor unboxing? Monitor? Yeah, Randy hair. Ooh. I don't know what color that is, but I like it. Hi, Invisible Man! I didn't see your chat message. It was invisible between all the other chat of orange. Yeah, we're playing rimworlds. Birthday ram worlds. I don't know why. I kind of had the urge to play some rimworld. I don't know where it came from. It's kind of just been building up a little bit in me for like a few weeks. And here we are. We're playing rimworld. 3 hours in. All I need to do is name my colonist. So if you haven't joined the name raffle, this is your final opportunity. And then I will do the thing. It's exclamation join. To enter your Twitch name, or if you have a special name that you have in mind, you can just type that after the exclamation join. Thank you so much, Invisible Man. It's been a nice birthday. Chat's being very, very generous. And very supportive, which I appreciate. Alright, let's pick a name. Of course JSOG wins. JSOG's not even here. JSOG went AFK. Just a minute ago, but wins. Oh wait, I guess I had changed this name. There, Jaden Chumley Misby. That's a name, isn't it? Let's save. Boop. Saved as Boop. Yes, I know what this means. He rigged it. JSOG always rigs it. Night Owl with great memory. Sure. I mean, we started with those traits. I don't hate them. Although if I change this to Optimist, it didn't change my points either. I'm gonna keep it on Night Owl though. I don't want to make it too easy. Like the more that I tweak this stuff, the easier it's gonna get for me to have a naked brutality run. Although to be fair, we start with literally nothing. Literally. The moment you said, don't be rigged, it was rigged. I know. You jinxed it. You jinxed it. Are we ready? We've picked our tile. We've created an ideology. We talked about D4 a lot. We designed a character who's totally not OP. I think we're ready. Are you sure you've finished with your customizations? Confirm that you are ready to start. There's an extra space here. Confirm. We're doing it! Look at that. Not even 3 hours in. Not even 3 hours in. Oh, look, words. Oh, it was supposed to be a minor surgery. Just an hour under anesthetic. You felt totally safe. Now you've awoken inside a drop pod, punching through the atmosphere of a distant rimworld. Aside from a slick of mysterious goo all over your body, you're totally naked. With no preparation, no supplies, and no tools. Can you survive? Yeah, it is interesting to see how a new rimworld run is going to play out. So this is... We also picked a tile. This is... Cloud Forest. Yeah, we picked it. We picked Cloud Forest. I think I used a mod that changed my symbols.
I had a
little
friend
god.
who did his pilot training in Helsinki. After that, I never saw him again. He just vanished into thin air.
Oh, goodness. Little god, thank you so much for the 100 bits. And the giggles. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? Don't forget the 3-hour break. I know. Yeah, we're naked. We're naked. So it's been a minute. We've been working on this for a while. Let's see. Let's learn the buttons because they've been replaced with symbols. Here we are. Alright, this is our planet. The seed was birthday! Exclamation. We live... Here. Whoops. Not there. Here. We're in a cloud forest. Which is a... no, it's an alpine meadow. Just kidding. It's an alpine meadow, which is a high-altitude tile with rich soil and lots of flowers. Summers are peaceful and beautiful, but stock up for the harsh winters. Movement difficulty is considered 4.5 out of 5. Because we have mountains, but the alpine forest also gives us an additional movement difficulty modifier, and also wintertime gives us some modifiers. We have 40 to 60 days of growing, and we have a landform that's a lake. And so I have a couple mods that add these details in: more vanilla biomes, plus biome transitions, plus geological landforms. So, like, this particular landform is a lake, which is why there is a nifty little lake there, right in the center. It's cool. Is the back of my hair blue or is it the green screen? It's blue. Yeah, it's still blue. Because I dyed it blue from the rimworld hot potato. I think it's slightly the window doing weird stuff. There's a window over here. But I am supposed to dye it soon. I was gonna dye it yesterday for flamethrower, but it just didn't happen. Thank you again, little goth. I appreciate the support, and thank you everybody so much. You've been so generous today. It means the world to me. No, it's appreciated. How long has it been since I last played it?
Wow.
Yes, what Alistair said. My last rimworld stream was on 3/23. Wow, I know, so rude. So rude. And I have played rimworld for 2,002.5 hours. Let's see. I just recently crossed the 2,000 mark. So I played a lot of rimworld. You've played this game for 2,002 hours. Would you recommend this to others? At this point, yeah, maybe I should leave a review. Hi, Manly Mutt. You have 3,500 hours? That's a lot. Yeah, I got my monies out of this game for sure. I didn't even use the streamer card to get the DLCs for free because that's definitely the ancient danger. Look at that. That's a neat little ancient danger. Because I've gotten so many hours out of this game that I wanted to actually pay for it rather than pulling the streamer card and getting like review copy of DLCs. So we're using realistic rocks too, so that's why these rocks are scattered and they look, you know, more realistic. So we still have our chunks and everything, but they just have different skins. Masking? Different masking. And it's also the Alpine Meadow, so that's why we have so many flowers. It's really pretty. The goal for this game, this particular playthrough, is to build a tile-wide colony. And so when you build in RimWorld, you can actually... Let's see, I gotta remember all the buttons. You have no usable materials. Well, so there's a line, I think about 3 tiles in, where you can't build. And this is for a few reasons in my mind, namely so that way you can't stop raiders and things from entering the map. So the lights turned off again. Dang it, lights! So our map-wide colony would actually look something like this. It's gonna be huge, especially because I forgot to make a smaller map. You're at 11,000 hours? 11,000? Hi, Undead Robot. Your record hours in the game is over 4,000 and climbing in Eco. I feel like Eco would be a really fun game, except it makes me motion sick. 2,000 hours. I'm still quite new, but liking it so far. I think Undead Robot, that's the most hours I've ever heard. 11.8 thousand hours. Like how many years is that? That's years. Okay, so let's take a look at our cute little map over here. So we got the mountains. I would say this is probably like movement difficulty of 3. Except Alpine Meadow makes it worse for some reason, plus wintertime, so it's considered like heavily difficult to move around. The lake doesn't help either. No, it does not. So I'm using a couple mods to help with this whole thing, including more bridges. We have to research it. Speaking of research, we have to research it, but more bridges allows you to build bridges out of things besides wood. I mean, we're making a lake town, so I think that's gonna be pretty cool. It's here somewhere. Heavy bridges. Gotta research it. They also take a lot of work to build. I remember that. We need to identify our farmland. There's a little patch right there. There's another patch here. Big patches down here. Monitors, monitors, monitors. Hi, Scarred Vulcan! It's about 490 days. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of Rimworld. You're at 1,400 hours and you've never reached traditional endgame. So I did leave royalty enabled. Because maybe, depending on how this run goes, I will try for a royalty win. I've done the traditional win multiple times. I have done the Arcanexus win once, but I've never done the royalty win, which is very similar to the initial base game, except like you have to do stuff with fancy people and stuff and ships. And this is naked brutality, so we fell with literally nothing except a piece of metal. So there's a lot of work to do. We gotta put on some pants and make some food and build a colony, but it's been 3 hours, and also there are new monitors here. I gotta go to the bathroom, is what I'm saying. I have got to go to the bathroom and maybe eat a snack. And when I get back, well, naked brutality this thing. How's that sound? I think, though, by bathroom, do I mean open the boxes? Maybe I will do an unboxing on stream for this monitor, unless Slentre already did it. Okay. So, it's been a minute since I played RimWorld. I have 2,000 hours, but I always forget the buttons. So we might fumble around a little bit, unsure of what we're doing. But we need to make a starting colony, right? It's springtime. So we don't have to worry about temperature, except we do. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty cold. That's pretty chilly. Barely made it past the tutorial. Yeah, we barely have. Barely passed the tutorial. So, what temperature has to do with anything is we gotta stay warm with our nakedness, right? So there's a little geothermal vent here. If we can box it inside a house, that would be a nice natural heater. And we already have 2 walls right there, so we need to chop down some trees. I'm not sure how this is gonna work because the ideology that we created, we desire trees. So cutting down the trees is not the best. Not the best. We actually get lots of moods and things. Amazing trees, +9. Amazing trees. Amazing trees. Hello, the dwarf Durin. What 3 pets do I have? I have 2 doggos and a kitty. We hope my staycation was great, and today is awesome too. Chat's been super wonderful today, Cody. Like super duper wonderful. So it's been a really awesome day. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Durin. I appreciate that. Welcome. Oh my gosh, my chat is like being really bad right now. I can't even mouse off it. It just goes blurry. We got a super start the other day on a completely random start. Lots of fertile soil, 4 thermal vents, and a good defensible spot. Yeah, so here's our tile. I picked this one out, of course, but it's a lake. It's a lake in an alpine meadow. Mods plus mods. We got geological landforms, which allow us to have a lake in the first place, and more vanilla biomes, which gives the alpine meadow. And I actually, like, IRL love alpine meadows, so I'm kind of happy with it. And I've kind of identified this spot right here as a nice starting location. This is also probably a good place to start, because we just need a little itty bitty piece of wall. The goal for this run is to build a colony across the entire map. We will see how that goes, but I'm kind of a fan of this spot right here. But I'll go here, I think, for the very, very, very beginning. We are gonna need some stuff. I'm gonna chop down a tree for science. This one right here. We have nothing else. Like, we have nothing to haul, nothing to build. It's just Chum-Li and her nakedness. Where are you going? Okay, we're taking a walk, that was all. My lake has its own mods. Yeah. What storyteller are we going with? This is Randy Random on Strive to Survive. Yeah, there's a lot of mech junk. I'm not sure if we get steel from that. Okay, it seems like cutting down a couple trees isn't bad. So I think we can probably just build us a quick wall. You get steel slag that has to be smelted after bashing it for about a day. I might leave it there for a while. For a little while, I might just leave it there. Oh, naked brutality is gonna be so fun. Alright. By the way, there's another 90-second ad block coming up. Thanks in advance for your patience with those mean ads. Ads are mean. Chopping down a tree whilst naked. Someone is not afraid of splinters. Trees disturbed. Okay, so I cut down 3 trees and got trees disturbed. We're gonna have to disturb a couple more. Whoa, look at all these extra symbols I have. Oh, mini-map. Pollution overlay. Eat. The tree ideology's hard. Yeah, we have our own ideology, but I did decide to do the thing with some trees. So let's see. Trees are desired. Charity is important. Trees are desired. Research is fast because I don't want to sit here forever waiting for research to be completed. And that was all of our wood. Okay, so pause for a second. Okay, let's chop this tree. I guess we could also just let... You know what? I'm curious. If I place a growing zone and we chop down a tree because it's in the growing zone, do we still get the issue with debuffs? Let's grow some rice. Or quick food. Although rice is not affected by fertility, or is that potatoes? No, rice likes fertile soil. Hi, Lido! Hello. The way that you can tell this, it's like a little bit hard to understand, but like, this is a mod too. I think this is Dubsmint menus, if I remember correctly. So you see over here it says growing time 3 days, fertility requirement 70%, and fertility sensitivity 100%. So it requires your soil to be at least 70% fertility, but because it's highly sensitive to fertility, it grows quicker in higher fertility soil. And so when I toggle this overlay, you can see the different types of soil. So this over here, you can see in the very bottom, is rich soil with 140% fertility. The light green is just normal soil, 100%, and then this is like stone and sand. It's only 70% fertility. It's all tree cutting, even the saplings. We have to relocate them. Well, that's lame. But at least we got ourselves a house. We've got ourselves a house. So, what next? Planting some food. I feel like we should also plant some cotton. I don't normally go for cotton as like a day one plant, but we have no weapons. And therefore we have no... Oh, we could maybe do this here. What if I mined through here and like put a door? That way we could access this too. And like make a grow zone over there. And we can make another one here. Alpine meadows have a lot of fertile soil. It's just scattered about. This one... Well, I guess we can plant stuff here too. But the reason for cotton is clothes. We can make ourselves some clothes. I'm gonna turn off automatic home zone expansion. And home zone just designates where your colonists should clean and maintain structures. So if like you build something outside of a home zone, they won't repair it or defend it or put it out if it's on fire. Yeah, I want you to do plants first. So let's do manual priorities. We really want to focus on plants. Growing and plant cutting and then everything else. And cooking. Cooking, growing, and plant cutting, I've set to 2 priorities, so we'll focus on, staying alive first, bed rest, basic stuff, cooking, and then, like, making food. And then doing the construction, so you should go back to doing something else. Sure, Cilantro, I shall mute. Cilantro making loud noises over there. Okay, Chumley is going for a walk. Going for a walk in the park. But you should probably actually grow the food. Go, I appreciate your need for walking in nature. It's a very good way to maintain your mental health, but also food is important. Also food. Can I make this mini-map a little smaller? Yeah. Okay, I've been demanded to mute! That was a big thunk. Okay. So let's see, some stuff that we need to do is make ourselves a little stockpile. So that's just gonna be a stockpile for everything. Over here, I need a stockpile for rocks. Dumping zone. A dumping zone for chunks, no corpses. If we pick the priority work, there's a little box you can fill in to make the priority listing with numbers instead of yes or no. Yes, I did that. That is what I did. Bum, 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 bum. No worries. No worries. Let's make ourselves a crafting spot. This is now the workshop. Inside, we should probably make a short bow. And also a knife. What is this? Metallic. Or club. A short bow and a club. We're using simple sidearms. So we could equip them both. I'm cool with only using one weapon. The reason why I have simple sidearms running is so that way they pick up their weapon. Mod options. Oh, hello, mods. Simple sidearms. Use best range weapon. There's so many things. Yeah. Re-equipped, dropped weapon. Yes! That's all I want. A stick is a weapon too. That, I think we actually can equip this. Equip a log. There we go. A stick. Oh, did I forget to do a pupper love? I did. I did forget about the pupper love. Okay, so doggo cam. I guess it's the doggo cam here. Oh, look at Chumley go. That's 1x speed for ya. We're camping. I am now older. I have leveled up. Ding! I have a new skill point to spend, and I'm putting it in new monitor. The secret is that it's also actually FG's birthday too. FG said that we were bullying her for saying that it was her birthday today. It is gonna be Halcyon's birthday party tonight. Also tomorrow morning for some of you. But yes, today is my birthday. And I'm in the correct time zone. So that the Halcyon Frequency birthday party is also still today for me. So we're having a little Halcyon After Hours event in the community Discord. And that's starting at a time, 10 p.m. Pacific, which is like 6 a.m. for Europe and onwards. 1 a.m. US Eastern. Ooh, Solentre has his monitor. We rebrand to woahhjess. Woahhjess. Starvation. Yeah, probably should pick some berries. And make a campfire. You should probably wake up. And harvest this berry bush. I forgot that we started with minor starvation. How long is it expected to go? I'm unsure. I'm uncertain. I imagine probably like 2 or 3 hours. This is like I don't know. When's the last time we had after hours? It's been a while. So it used to be that we would take turns hosting the event on our channels. So, for instance, we'd play like 2 hours of stuff, multiplayer games. Like we've played multiple board games. We've done stuff like Uno. We've played Borrow Trauma, Unrailed, all kinds of stuff. Usually for about an hour or two, but this time we're doing it in Discord just to see how well it goes. And also as a birthday celebration. Because the team turned... What is time 4 this year? The year is not in here. I think 4. You'll be asleep after the first. Will it be some kind of odd? No, because it's gonna be in Discord, and Discord doesn't really allow you to keep VODs. Is there a special channel you should join for the party? I'm also not so sure about that. I mean, we'll have it sorted by the start of the event. But there's a little calendar notice in the community Discord that you can be like, yes, remind me. And then you'll be notified when the event happens. Okay, so we managed to stave off starvation. So things should go a little faster now. Over here, I'm gonna make just a small spot of cotton. To finish that thought, cotton. I don't think I've ever started off a colony with cotton. Like, ever. What's the white stuff? This is a mod that gives a different masking for rocks. It's called like more realistic rocks. So instead of just having the chunks floating around, it's supposed to be more like a pile. You know, with like little pebbles and stuff. Immersion. Immersion, Sparkaresta, immersion. I did actually use a bunch of visual mods. Did I forget to put on snowy trees? Out of everything, I forgot about the snowy trees. Remove this by attacking it. What about... Okay, yeah, no, we do have to just go at it with a stick. Oh man, that's all I have equipped. A stick. I am Kiri. I'm allowed to like winter too. I'm also allowed to enjoy wintertime. But my favorite season is October. Autumn. Yes, autumn's the best. It's like after summer when you're all like, ugh, this is the worst summertime. And then you can chill out with like cozy sweater weather and spicy foods and teas and that fall breeze and the smell of like leaves and things in the air. Oh, it's the best. What are we gonna put here? Heal root? Nope, because we can't grow it. How's about more rice? Corn. 3 otters confirmed. Corn takes a while to grow, but it's also a ton of food. Let's cut down some trees over here. Too many? Maybe. I'm gonna turn my camera off for a minute. Because I want to stretch. Let's follow Chumley around. She got up and then went back to sleep. What did she do? Also, what's that flashing red thing? To the north of the map. Let's science it. That's the mech wreck used for starting our own mechanitor. Right. Mechanitors. I forgot about the mechanitors. Alright, cool. Corn incoming one day. Ah, we have wood, everybody. And now I actually know where I can move this. I can put it like right here-ish. Mechromancer. Mechromancer. Would you look at that? What is a mechromancer? Whoa, Slentray has a desk of screen. So many monitors. I guess we should also build a light. Light. Here, don't work in the dark. Build light. Major break risk. I guess we were trying to get berries, huh? There are the berry bushes. Oh, they're there. Whoa. What was that? Harvest fully grown. So what is it? What is a mechromancer? Nice. We made a normal quality short bow. Awesome. And we're making a wooden club. Sweet. Okay, how about just the bow? Really need some food. Ah, I see a bunch of food right there. Okay, major break risk, probably on account of chopping down all the trees. Oh, it's a cold snap. Ah, build a bed. This stinks. My corn is gonna die. And my rice. My water froze. It's freezing! Look, water freezes. Another mod. No, not my corn and my cotton and my rice. Not like this. You probably also want to make where is it? Temperature. Campfire. Hypothermia! Chumley's got hypothermia. Build a new house on the ice with a campfire. Quick! Quick. I hope the cold snap doesn't last too long. How do I keep doing that? Can we make a... You should, like, I don't know, stand over here for a second. Let's cook simple meals until we have 10. A stone cutting table does require steel, which we have right there, and also wood. What else can we use for clothes? Nothing, right? I mean, unless we hunted. We do have a short bow, so we could maybe... Here we go. We could maybe go for the ibex ram. They don't attack you. That might be worth it, but also hypothermia. I think the berries don't keep you full very long. Let's make a meal. Look how quickly this is dropping. It is still only 62 degrees Fahrenheit in my little house. That's a long way to go. That's a long way. I think what I want to do is make sure that we have more wood. We have 21. Let's chop down a couple more trees. A necromancer is what they call a mechanitor in Borderlands 2. I see. Okay, we have attained proper temperatures again. We're just shivering because we're naked in the cold. And we have a campfire to stare at for recreation. It's a win-win. So I'm just gonna build a door over here, basically. After I build a light. You wish you could stare at a campfire for recreation. Just go, you know, set one up in your backyard. Oh, yeah. Somebody's a night owl. Which means we actually want to sleep from 11 to 6. My plants are dying. They have a closer relationship to their mechs than the rimworld mechanitors in Borderlands 2. Okay, now let's try mining this. We got some light, so it should go a little faster. Whoa, we're in the blue. Chat, I'm so tired. I'm really feeling my lack of sleep. Already mining. We'll get there one day. One thing at a time. It's been a really long time since I've tried to do a naked brutality start. I gotta get my list of priorities correct. So, I mean, we have a bed. We have food that's growing but being killed by the cold. Which is bad news for us. Very bad. Which is why this door is important, okay? Because a lot of the food is on the other side. This is a new song. Music did get a couple new songs, didn't they? A transport pod crash. A vengeful hunter named woahhjess is crashing a transport pod nearby. If he survives the impact, he'll be badly wounded. He is not affiliated with any faction. You can rescue him and hope he joins freely, or capture him for recruitment or slavery purposes. This is a charity incident. If you turn them away, your charitable believers will be unhappy. Okay, well, there's only one thing to do then. Is drop this bed somewhere. How about right here? And then go rescue them. Oh, there they are. If rimworld had mech romancers, they would get mental breakdowns every time a mech got hurt, or whenever a mech died. Bleeding out in 11 hours. Mind-shattering pain. This is an attacking, really good at fighting, dealing with animals, crafting, and art. No social skill. But they are unassociated with another faction. They do have a belief in the Archic Doctrine. We're using our one medicine on them. Yeah, I would say that they have a broken arm, a broken pelvis, broken clavicle, a broken jaw. Ouch. Necromancers protect your neck. Ugh. It gives me the creeps. Even thinking about it, it gives me the creeps. It's taking a while. We're still in the middle of a cold snap. We're just gonna have like 2 days of being on our own before somebody else joins us. I was kind of looking forward to my solo colonist adventures. Oh, right. I really gotta put a door here. Also, we need some food. No food for you, woahhjess. No food. You want to be a necromancer? Necromancer. A mancer of kitties? No, look, I'm serious. It tried necromancy once, got you a second date. Ooh. Ouch. Wow, wow. Yeah, so the cold snap is killing all the bushes. But the berry bushes persist despite the cold. Fortunately. We're just gonna have to do a map-wide harvest. We would have had rice already. If it had, you know, died. Yeah, I'm so sleepy that I just want to, like, curl over and rest my eyeballs. Even sitting up straight is, like, is tough. It's a lot of work. Blah, 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 blah. It's so slow. Probably be faster if I went from the inside because there's no light. This is gonna let all the cold in. I should make a dark zone in the house and start mushrooms. We don't do fungus with this ideology. Yeah, fungus is despised. Structure, here we go. Wooden door. Okay, I probably should have made sure we had enough wood before doing this. But now we gotta close the hole in the wall. Can't have fun without fungus. You can't have fun without Gus. Gus is a fun guy. Question mark? I didn't even get a chance to finish that statement. Which was, I really hope you don't fail that. Note to self, next time make sure we have enough wood before putting a hole in the wall. Make room for the mushroom. We generally keep a dark zone of mushrooms for animal feed. It's also a backup ration. I don't even think you can grow it unless you have the right ideology. I know you have hypothermia, that's why we gotta put the door in. Right, incoming infection. Of the toe. This early game cold snap, though, is gonna be the death of me. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Guess we should also turn on self-tending, huh? I don't know how you tend to frostbite without medicine and stuff, but maybe tending to frostbite is just like rubbing your hands together on your toe. For heat. Lick it. Nope, sorry, I want you to sleep. There we go. My nails look fun. I did this. So I have them painted like half pink and half blue, which I don't know why. It just looks like my hand is white. Rubbing frostbite causes nerve damage. How do you treat it then? Like, besides putting something on your feet. But this side, I just painted them pink. So I have like half pink and blue, and then like half pink. Blowing on it. The heat from the breath. Well, that's what she just did. You like it, Moonaret? I was gonna do both hands, but I ran out of tape. Also, like, it already is half chipped off, and I just did it like 2 days ago. Put something on your feet, but what if you have nothing to put on your feet? You have to very slowly warm it. Doing it fast or pressing it hard at all will make it worse. Why? Our visitor is feeling depressed because they're hungry. That's okay, Chumley is also depressed. Now we have 2 mouths to feed and I already can't feed one. There's a couple of bushes around. And we made our super fancy door, so They should be able to get there a little quicker. It's also, I think, just about the hour of the night owl, so...
My vassal! More my vassal!
J-Sog!
My vassal! Everybody's my vassal!
J-Sog, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. To, I don't know, just want Prime, Zorkon, Dixon Lips, Lazars, and Cindelash. Thanks so much, J-Sog, that's really sweet of you. I appreciate that. We're halfway to the goal of the month already. Already. Roy and Jen are about to get there, so you have to go. Have fun! And give Roy lots of pets. Have a good weekend. And thank you so much. CS and Diablo this weekend. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna do that after the stream. No, probably not. I think I'm going to very likely go to sleep after the stream. I'm struggling right now.
Pat Jen and give Roy a boop.
Pat Roy maybe and give Jen a boop? Jen is J-Sog's friend and Roy is the puppy. The puppy doge. Roy the puppers. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Alistair. J-Sog, thank you for the support. Thanks for being such a great mod and all your help. I hope that you have a great weekend. Oh yeah, Monaret, yes, I'm totally playing Diablo. We're growing the rice again, but it's just gonna die. Bonus Roy and Floofs? Nice. And hi, Trivial Mind and Undeserved Capybara. They're close. The cold snap is over! Yay! It lasted like 3 days, I think. Pat Boop and give Jen a Roy. Oh yeah, we have a clan. We have a clan.
And jive Jen a Roy.
We are known as the Merry Band of Jesters. We are a small clan, but we're growing. Oh, Alistair, thank you. Sorry. Thank you for another 100 bits. I appreciate the heck out of that. Thank you all so much for the incredible support today. I will try not to yawn. I'll try not to yawn so much. If I'm being perfectly honest, I slept very little last night. This is the kind of day where I would have been like, no stream, must sleep. But I did this to myself, so I had to endure my own pain. Because I had some drinks last night, and turns out that alcohol very much so impedes my ability to sleep. So I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I woke up at like 2 a.m. and laid there, I think, until about... I said 6 earlier. I think it was probably like 5. It might have been 6. Which is when I woke up. Ooh. Chew? Sparky Rustard, thank you so much.
Chew.
That's really sweet of you, Sparky Rustard. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hype train in the station.
My vassal! More my vassal!
Reza!
My vassal! Everybody's my vassal!
Reza, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Dark Blue, Squelch the Noise. Pelanova, Dabashan, and Isol Supreme. Thank you very, very much for the support, Reza. That's really kind of you. Hi there, Stay Purple. Thanks for the raid. How's God of War? Hi, Pink Paw Pad, Lady Orca, Maple Moon. Ray, hi. Hi, Nemo. Hi, Stay Purple. How's it going? Thanks so much for the raid and coming over to say hi. We're playing Rimworld. Very sleepily. Because I am sleep deprived. But it's my birthday, so I'm here anyway. Thank you, Frey.
Jez hi Jez hug Jez love.
Thank you, Nemo. And Nemo, thank you so much for the 37 months. And welcome back. Thank you so, so much for the support. Everybody. Thank you, Maple Moon. I hope that you had a great stream, Stay Purple. I appreciate you coming over to say hi. I'm Jess. I play a lot of strategy, simulation, and management games. And usually I'm not this tired. I'm struggling right now.
My vassal! More my vassal!
Alistair!
My vassal! Everybody's my vassal!
Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. I need to respond to this message before I forget. Dosmonian, hello to you. And welcome. We're happy to have you. My plan for the colony... We have a... Oh no, did they die? Are they alive? They're dead. I didn't even notice. We should eat them. We should eat them. We came up with a plan to cover the entire map in colony. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but I'm trying for it. Alistair, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Nidhugs Bang, Kinetic Ghost, Madman D, Guido, and Rald. Enjoy. You're not hype. I'm hype. No, you're hype. Thank you, Alistair. That's so kind of you. Yeah, our person died. I think we should take their clothes and eat them. I mean, maybe we don't have to eat them, but I think we should take their clothes. I don't care that they're tainted. Don't eat the clothes. Look, we gotta do what we gotta do, alright? Look at that. It's a pair of pants and a wool parka. Just ignore the tainted. Ignore that. Let's just throw their corpse in the river. I mean, in the lake. Just rimworld things. Just rimworld things. Hi, Skython, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Stay Purple, thank you again. I hope you had tons of fun with God of War. And thank you again for coming over. Thank you all so much for the support today. It is my birthday. This is my first ever birthday stream. Because in the past, I just haven't really talked about it being my birthday. But this year, I couldn't do it. I wanted to share. So it's my birthday. I really didn't have much planned. Because I was actually on a... There's like 30 meals just fell out of the sky. Oh no! If only you had lasted another day. All the food just fell out of the sky. Rimworld's missing the option to throw things in the lake and make them disappear. Well, I mean, it kind of does work that way. Because they have expedited deterioration rates by being in the water. Because they're unroofed, outdoors, and in shallow water, it's like 4 durability per day. So it's kind of an effective way to get rid of bodies. Not the best way, but, you know. And if you use US time, my birthday is 69. Yes, it is. It's my first birthday. I would say I've turned 1, but that's against Twitch terms of service. I've turned 13. We've gone from 0 to 13 because you have to be 13 to be on the platform. That's why I insist on using the wrong dates. Because it's better. I really want to haul all this inside. So, you know, I woke up today, I couldn't decide what I wanted to play for birthday stream and stuff, so I landed on RimWorld. Like, it's been such a long time since I played. And sometimes you just get those RimWorld hankerings. Well, Cody, I am tired. Yeah, no, I would agree with you. I am very tired. Oh, to go back to my original story, yes, I woke up at like 2 a.m. and just could not sleep. I tried so much stuff. And so I finally fell asleep like 30 minutes before my alarm. And then I couldn't go back to sleep. So needless to say, I'm a tired Jess. It's not quite the same. Yeah, but it helps. Thank you for the hype train, everybody. Thank you for all the gift subs today. We're more than halfway to the monthly sub goal, which I greatly appreciate. I stream full time, and so hitting these goals and everything, they're not just arbitrary, it's actually like, you know, paying the bills and stuff. So thank you for helping to support the stream and support me. Hi, I'm Thoric. I do have a birthday and a pupper or two. I do. How's it going, Anthoric? Chumley's upset because tainted clothes, trees defiled, tainted pants, awful barracks, unsightly, sweaty, slept in the heat, ate without a table. No tree. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Rice. The rice looks really weird. It doesn't look like rimworld rice at all. It looks like real rice. Yay! Yay indeed. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you and Thorog and everybody. I hope that you all have like really fun plans and things. Plans and stuff and things for your weekend. I think I might just turn back around and go back into vacation mode after the stream is over. And maybe I'll just like vacation mode through until next week. I really needed it. I've been feeling very burnt out recently. I kind of came to the conclusion yesterday, like, oh yeah, that's burnout that I've been feeling. I like, for one, have been in like kind of a bad spot mentally for numerous reasons, but also just stuff and things has made it really hard for me to be motivated. Burnout is real. So the cat got really sick. Just, I mean, the cat's already been sick. My kitty has cancer. He has nasal lymphoma, which is lymphoma, but in his nasal passage. It's not highly aggressive compared to other types of cancers that they can get, but it's in a tricky spot, like inoperable, able to be treated with things like chemo and radiation. So he's been on chemo. They did some tests to see if his cancer spread to his lymph nodes, but those came back inconclusive. And we probably should have done the test again, but like the vet's really far. And it's expensive. All of it's expensive. There's only so many tests we can afford. And so, anyways, he improved quite a bit. And then last week he started to get really sick again. Like his cancer symptoms came back, which is the sign that like either like chemo's not working or they're no longer in remission, that kind of thing. So I was really sad, like all last week and all last weekend, just like so sad. But we took him to the oncologist for his normal scheduled appointment, and she thought that like yeah, he's got a lot of these symptoms, but it could just be an infection that happens to have all the same symptoms. So she gave him an antibiotic, and like we upped his steroid medication, and he seems to be getting better, knock on wood. Like there's no way of knowing for certain, which is why they're gonna do more testing this upcoming week. But for the time being, he's feeling much better again. Oh, Anubis, I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm kind of there too. Like it's been really hard for me to like not do anything besides just the bare minimum. In like all regards. Even dealing with burnout too, it's not fun. It's really not. And it's, especially as a content creator, it's really tough. Because like you have to do the things to do the things. We had a solar flare and an eclipse. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know if that makes sense, but like you have to do things to make things happen. And it can be really difficult, like when you're experiencing burnout, to like motivate yourself, put a bunch of work into something that like maybe might work. And that's kind of where I've been recently. It's like pulling teeth trying to get things done. That's when you know your mental health is nosediving, when you don't even want to do the things you like doing. Yeah, yep. Did miss a treatment because of funny numbers, right? Yes, he missed 2 actually, because we took him last week, or this week, and last week, but this week too, and he still had a low white blood cell count. So that's why the vet thought it might be an infection. Because realistically, you know, he's not in prime infection fighting condition. These stools are a lot of wood. Oh, insanity moose. Oh. Yeah, it's really hard. It's so difficult. Ugh. That was me like all last week, just being like, I don't wanna. I need to balance the whole tree cutting thing. We gotta wait for our mood to improve a little bit. How long does this take to expire? I don't know if it does. In the past quadrum. Oh, okay. Well, a quadrum in rimworld is 15 days. So it sounds like in a minimum of 15 days for that -13 to expire. We have destroyed an inexcusably large number of trees. The guilt lays heavy upon us. Yeah, so I think it's gonna take at least another quadrum to clear this. Without cutting any trees. Not doable. It's not doable. You need to cut more trees. More trees. If I chop them down in like different areas, I don't think it matters, right? So like the really hard part that I've been having with the whole thing is that he's only 10, my cat. And he's still like so lively. You know, like he's sick and stuff, but it's kind of one of those things where like he's himself is not old or unhappy, right? Like he's still, when he's feeling well, very lively. He still plays, he still like runs around and rampages. Like last night he was rampaging. And it feels bad. Like, otherwise he's still, I would say, young at heart. Where did Chun-Li go? Oh, all the way over here. Missing treatments could also be the reason for the fallback? I don't know. I don't know. So he's getting a CT scan done this week. Grumble, grumble. Grumble, grumble, grumble. But the reason for it is because, like, maybe his symptoms actually are due to the cancer, and if it's spreading and stuff, there's no point in continuing to do chemo. It's really expensive. It's real pricey. But it might also be good news. Med check. Well, thank you, Cody. Thank you, Anubis. I hope so too. Yeah, I've been having trouble with the streaming and everything too. Like, it's not that I'm kind of in a predicament, right? It's not that I don't like it's not that I don't want to stream, and not that I don't like want to do the things that I'm passionate about. It's just that, like, I don't have the energy sometimes. So yeah, this past week has been really nice. Just to be like, it's cool. I'm taking a week off. It's fine. I don't have to do the things this week. I do have pet insurance, yes, but you should look into the pet insurance sooner rather than later, because pet insurance is really stupid. In the sense that they will not cover any pre-existing conditions. The younger you get your pets on the insurance, the better, because anything that they've been treated for in the past is considered a pre-existing condition. Hi, Halali! Thank you very much! Hello, hello! Thanks, Alistair. Me too. Like, I'm glad that I took some time. It was really short notice, but I was just like, I'm doing it. Birthday present to myself. Also the monitor, but... Pet insurance is pretty much a ripoff. I think that depends. I think that largely depends. Like, in the cat's case, that it has more than paid for itself, like many, many, many times over. What I will say, though, is that their prices have increased, like, since... Well, at least the oldest statement that I can find with their allowances for pet insurance, with the oldest documentation to now, like, they haven't raised their coverage amounts at all. They've raised their premiums, though, so, like, we pay more for the same coverage that they offered in, like, 2008. Which is kind of annoying, because obviously things are more expensive now than they were in 2008. Thank you very much.
Here's a little for your next pet insurance payment, Miss One Hugo.
Lolly, thank you for the 200 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Or maybe I'll put it towards cat treats. Hi, that's just Doran. Hello to you, happy Friday. Yeah, Dosmonian, you can try doing stuff like that. It doesn't necessarily always work for me because my brain is like, nah. Does the fire look more realistic? Does it look more realistic? I think it's supposed to spread the flames out a little more so it doesn't look as rimworldy. Make sure the insurance covers something useful. Does not cover natural diseases or acts of God is not helpful. It does cover a whole range of stuff. It does indeed. One of your cats with health issues literally came out of the alley starving and had blood infusions to get started getting on her feet. Yeah, so that is where it's kind of a ripoff because it has to go into effect before your vet visit, otherwise, like, it doesn't count. It used to be that it went into effect, like, the day afterwards. Like, when we got our cat on it, it was like 1 day, or maybe 2, of wait time, but now it's a couple weeks and stuff, so... Like, those initial visits aren't covered. And if anything is discovered in those visits that aren't covered, those are considered pre-existing conditions that will not be covered. So you gotta be, like, kind of cheeky about it. It does make the whole, like, rescuing a stray off the street thing very difficult. And as far as the dogs go, like... It has definitely been more money, like, spent than we've gotten back. Because, knock on wood again, and super fortunately, like, Kuma's been, like, exceptionally healthy. And hasn't gotten into, like, any tricky situations, unlike the cat. Unlike the cat, seriously, he's probably almost killed himself like 3 times over. Yay, we have components. We have food and components. What else do we need? It's possible to come out ahead, but you looked at the 10 plans for your cast and calculated that self-insuring by just saving the money would almost always work out better. So in our case, with the cat, the amount that we've spent on insurance, we've made back many times over in insurance payouts. Like, hands down, it has absolutely paid for itself. Not the case with the dogs. However, it's like I'd rather have it because, like, something happens and, like, suddenly, oof. It's not cheap. Cass, no, they have 9 lives. Well, he's spent like 3 or 4 of them already. Oh, poor kitty cat. It's nice that you saved her. Most useful thing about insurance is they save the money for you, and you can't get the money unless something that's insured happens. Yeah, worst thing is that whatever happens, they say it's not covered no matter how much you paid. Yes, so that's kind of the frustration right now because, like I said, they haven't raised their allowances in like 15 years. Yeah, like 15 years. So they've raised their premiums and stuff, but... Like, especially for cancer and everything, the insurance, in the end, only covers a fraction of it. And it's also not always possible to save enough money for that stuff. I mean, you can have something happen and go in there and spend like thousands of dollars in one go. Especially if your pet decides to get sick after hours. I don't know how this always happens to me. But it's always after hours. And it is far more expensive to go to the emergency vet than it is to go to a normal vet. Which makes sense, right? But... Okay, so we need a fair bit more wood. I'm just... Trees wrecked. Urgh. I need a 45 wood plus 40. We need 85 wood. That's like 5 more trees. I don't know if it's gonna work. That might be the breaking point. Oh. Oh, poor kitty. Precious kitty. It only goes down to -20. Yeah, you're right. It is only -20. We're already at -16. Let's just cut them all down. That way we can build the stone cutting table and an extra bed. So we can have... We can get rid of this one. Isn't there a plant? Oh yeah, the fiber corn. Fiber corn lets you grow wood. It's a very small amount though. Does the tree debuff stack? Nope, I don't think so. I think it just continues to compile up to -20. You think it can grow from torchlight? I can't grow anything here though because we're in the sand. Fertility 10%. Well, my chat's being silly. Saying the hype train just ended. By the way, everyone, thank you so much for the hype train 20 minutes ago. Our mood is extremely low. Slept in the heat. We don't want to refuel this because it's too hot, but 76 Fahrenheit I feel like is fine. Maybe? I don't know what a comfortable temperature is. I can check that. Maximum comfortable temperature 81 Fahrenheit. The pants are adding 2 degrees. Wait. The gear is giving me more tolerance to heat, when I feel like it should be the opposite, because the gear is hot. So we should not tolerate higher temperatures. Whoa, the sheep wool parka? Minimum comfortable value. Minimum comfortable temperature. Base value 61 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 16 degrees Celsius. But with the heavy fur pants and the sheep wool parka, that adds 100 degrees of insulation. The parka is 94 degrees of insulation. Capricorns is nice, especially if you have the aggro hand mech. Go take down the 5 trees. It might shield against temporary heat intake. That's plausible. I can see that. The environment is also ugly, and I can't really do too much about that right now. I am so sleepy. Are we gonna make it for a whole stream today? A whole 6-hour stream? I don't know. Also, 8 without a table should clear soon. If I get rid of this, this is now considered a bedroom instead of barracks, which should also help because it's not awful barracks, it's just an awful bedroom. Okay, hello. A localized flash storm is striking a small area with lightning. I can cut it an hour short because it's my birthday. Sheeple Park is a bit unrealistic. You've been outside in -20 Celsius and heavy military winter clothing, and you can't see how simple parka would make -50 Celsius survivable. This is rimworld game logic at its best. Hi, Ivan. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome in. I hope you're well today. Happy Friday. Yeah, I can cut it an hour short because it's my birthday. And it's also Friday. Trees wrecked. Final straw. Chumley's wandering around in a psychotic state. Too bad she didn't eat a meal before she did that. Also, my chat is driving me crazy. It's gotta be a driver issue. As soon as I move my mouse off a chat, the whole thing blurs out. It's like I'm not wearing glasses. Actually, it's better than that. If I wasn't wearing glasses, I couldn't see anything. We could also do something with this ambrosia. Ambrosia's food. Another transport pod crash. Rubles? Robles? Maybe Robles. A child named Robles is crashing in a transport pod nearby. Oh no. I can't rescue them. They're a child. They're aged 16. They're ugly and lazy. Ugh, well, jeez. Why to be judgmental, Rimworld? Okay, so sneaky little things you can do with ambrosia. I'm trying to avoid chopping down the trees. They'll chop this one down because of its proximity to this piece of ambrosia. But I wonder if I did this, if maybe they wouldn't cut it. Okay, so now that we have this growing zone, if you turn off allow sowing, they'll tend the field, but they won't plant anything. Which means when the ambrosia is ready for harvesting, they'll go down there and harvest it. And then we have ambrosia, which is a drug, but it's a small drug. It makes them happy and euphoric and warm. You're going to go get some food while the last 10% of D4 downloads. You have a good day too, Anubis. I hope that you enjoy D4. He's a castaway from his family, the Robloxy. Where'd they go? Are they dead? Did they die? No. Not yet. 6 hours to live. They've been shot in the arm and the torso. I don't think that we're gonna be able to help you. Mental break and all. No, not yet. I know it does sound dark. Oh no, the food. Spoils. It's spoiled. All 21 meals. Do. 2 hours to live. Chumley's still in a psychotic break. The child has been shot in the arm and torso and thrown from space. Can't help because I ate without a table. Yep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rip. Well, I tried. I can't help you because I ate without a table. In this case, it was we cut down too many trees. I mean, I guess we could have prevented that. Maybe. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna 3x this. Oh. No, maybe the child wasn't awful, but the people who were raising the child were awful. Okay, mood plummeting. Because night owl and daytime. And drowsy and hungry. Wanderer rejected. That is literally your fault. And that is your fault, not mine. Only a terrible person rejects someone in need. Wanderer joins Lisa. A child named Lisa has arrived and wants to join the colony. She's willing to contribute, but will not leave voluntarily, claiming to have nowhere else to go. You can choose to turn her down and send her away, however your colonists will be disturbed at sending away somebody in need. She's 6 years old. Okay. Redemption! Accepted. And now we need a name. Oh, Insanity Moose, that's not a very nice message. I would love it if we didn't say stuff like that in chat. Commander Rudd, just love to you. Oh, what are we gonna say? What are we gonna call us? Oh, I got it. Not a faction. Not a settlement. We just make everything the opposite and say not a settlement, not a faction. Cappy sounds like a great name. I'm sure it does. We have a kid. Oh, so cute. Hi there, Lisa. Okay, well, Lisa needs a name. If you're not already in the queue, exclamation join. So she's helping. I don't really remember how we deal with children as far as schooling them and whatnot. Childcare needs to be a priority. There we go. At least we have someone to help haul and clean. We disapprove of child labor. Does she have a bottle of beer as a weapon? She does. The 6-year-old child has equipped a bottle of beer as a weapon. Why don't you take a club instead? Just gotta have a meeting and they're about to go into another. How is the rimworld colony? It's going. We have a second colonist, Lisa. She's 6. I gotcha, Insanity Moose. I gotcha. But sometimes, despite the eroding of moral judgment, we still gotta try and be kind. Wittgenstein, hello, good morning. Happy Saturday? Is it Saturday for you? Chumley is still in a mental break. Alright, let's pick a name. Salentre. Ancient Mech. people have arrived. Passing near the remains of an ancient exostrider mechanoid, Celentre, notice an intact transponder inside. If we could get the transponder, you could read valuable info from it. The massive mech is smashed and fused into a solid piece. You must destroy it to retrieve the transponder. Be careful. The incendiary weapon looks unstable and will likely detonate if you do some damage. Yeah. Celentre. It's rigged, I know. Both mods got their names in. You're playing a colony sim that goes in the other dimension. Auction not included. One of these days, maybe I'll work up the courage to play auction not included myself. Again, one day. Bright and early on a Saturday morning. Wow, that's crazy. It's still only Friday afternoon for me. I don't harvest and sell organs. You're not sure? I know how to be evil. I don't know that I know how to be evil either. I don't know, like, in our ideology... That's not my ideology. I have said organ use is acceptable. I probably should have made that, like, medical only. Is that an option that we can do? But, yeah. Slavery, horrible. Diversity of thought, appreciated. I just want my colony to be happy people. In about an hour, it's Saturday morning for you too. You may have opened the Little Big Workshop again on the other screen. I have so many games that I want to play. But this comes back around to the whole, I have no motivation to play anything. Except rimworld. I don't know. I was watching a stream yesterday with Dwarf Fortress and seeing the fort being built, and I was just like, I want to build a fort, but better than the fort, I want to build a rimworld colony. Just sometimes, I don't know. I get these hankerings. No motivation to learn a new game system. Yeah. It's really tough. It can be really, really tough to just sit down and learn all the new mechanics, all the new systems. It's a lot. It is nice to go back to something familiar. And, like, I still want to play more Darkest Dungeon. And I also want to play more RimWorld, so I wonder if I can actually play multiple games, like, every week. Like, maybe I play, like, one day of Darkest Dungeon, one day of RimWorld, and then other games on the other days. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy to suggest. Chat, I don't think I can go any longer. I don't think I can do it. I'm like... I'm crumbling in my chair. I need a nap. I need it. I'm like starting to get nauseous. And do you ever, have you ever like been so sleepy and just like forcing yourself to do the thing that it makes you sick? This is my, this torment is deserved because I did this to myself. Okay, but send for snacks. You're feeling sleepy now? Me too. Hi, Drolly. It was my fault, okay, because I had really disturbed sleep. And for reasons that were entirely my fault. I did this to myself. I break and stretch. I don't even know. I just need to go lay down. Yeah, a welcome back mode would be really nice. I agree. Age is catching up. Yeah. It's my birthday. I leveled up. It's another year, and now my body's like, welcome to being old. a good place to stop anyways. I mean, Chumlee is still in a mental state of psychotic wandering. Has given up the wandering, ate a meal. I saw you do that, Chumlee, and decided that they also want to take a nap. While still psychotic wandering. Just need to evaluate if the disturbance of sleep was worth it. I don't know that it was worth it or not. Age is just a number, Alistair. Age is just a number. I don't even think I properly saved the game this whole time. Okay, chat, we made it to 5 hours. Anubis said earlier that because it's my birthday, I can stop an hour early and go take a nap. And I have to install my new monitor. Yes! My monitor, it's so delightful. It's such a huge monitor, but I have to like do so much with my desk. First, I need a nap, okay? I need a nap first. You have physical stuff causing insomnia all the time. Sometimes you stay up for 2 days straight. You feel it physically for weeks afterwards. That sounds awful. I'm really sorry. Sounds super awesome. Awful. Not awesome. Awful. Awful. I'm keeping that number a secret so you can assume I'm old. I'm old. Hi, Yannick. Happy birthday to you. Have you arrived too late again? Technically, no. But I am so fatigued that I'm going to do a thing and end my stream early. Hi, Arch. Thank you very much. And thank you, SP4. And thank you, Rolf. Welcome in, all of you. Thank you so much for... Oh, look. Chumlee is out of the mental break. Perfect. Let's save there. Then you can pick this back up at some point. Hold me to it, chat. Don't let me just drop this colony off the face of the earth because I forget about it.